This isn't the story of a movie character, nor is it part of some fictional tale. It's real, and the truth always shakes us from within. A man whose wealth knew no limits. At his signal, planes took off, and the most luxurious homes in the world's richest cities bore his name. But one day, that same man wandered the streets of London. He didn't even have money for an economy class ticket. He flew back home on a charity ticket, just like any other passenger. This is the story of Adnan Khashoggi, the man the world once called the god of wealth. But when God's reckoning comes, it takes just moments to fall from the throne to the ground. This video is more than a story. It's a mirror, showing us our pride, our ignorance, and our inevitable end. If you want to hear true heart-touching stories, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss a truth that could change your life. He was once called the richest man in the world. A playboy, a power broker, a mysterious shadow behind global arms deals. From golden yachts to billion-dollar secrets, from Hollywood to Riyadh, this is the untold story of Adnan Khashoggi. You may have heard his name whispered in stories of scandal. But behind the rumors lies a tale of incredible ambition, dangerous liaisons, and global influence that shaped history, quietly. Today we take you on a journey through the life, rise, fall, and legacy of one of the most enigmatic billionaires the world has ever known. Adnan Khashoggi was born in 1935 in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. His father, Mohammed Khashoggi, was a personal physician to King Abdulaziz, the founder of modern Saudi Arabia. That alone gave the young Adnan a seat near power. But it wasn't enough. He studied in Cairo, then moved to the US, attending Chico State and Stanford, where he first developed his taste for the high life. Fluent in Arabic and English, charming and relentlessly ambitious, Khashoggi didn't just want wealth, he wanted influence. And he found his golden ticket in the business of war. His ventures in arms trading quickly elevated him to unprecedented heights of power and wealth. In the 1960s, Khashoggi became a middleman for Western arms manufacturers, brokering deals between the West and oil-rich Gulf nations. The commissions were staggering. Khashoggi reportedly earned hundreds of millions in just a few years, connecting companies like Lockheed Martin with the Saudi military. But these weren't just business deals. They were arrangements with global impact, changing the balance of military power in the Middle East. Khashoggi built a powerful network, generals, royals, politicians, CIA contacts. He became a one-man diplomatic channel. As oil prices soared in the 1970s, so did Khashoggi's fortune. His lifestyle became legendary. Private jets, 1,000-acre estates, super yachts longer than football fields, and palatial suites in the best hotels. He wasn't just rich. He defined excess. At the height of his wealth, Adnan Khashoggi was worth an estimated $4 billion. He hosted royalty and movie stars, from Ronald Reagan to Frank Sinatra, from Elizabeth Taylor to Prince Charles. His parties were infamous. Held on yachts like the Nabila, later sold to Donald Trump and renamed the Trump Princess, they featured gold-plated interiors, live tigers, and guests flown in from across the world. His homes? Dozens, including mansions in Spain, London, Beirut, Geneva, and New York. He once bought 25 Cadillacs in a single day for his friends. To the public, he was a flamboyant billionaire. But behind closed doors, he was still closing deals, navigating conflicts, and brokering power. In the 1980s, Adnan Khashoggi found himself entangled in one of America's most controversial scandals, the Iran-Contra affair. The US was secretly selling arms to Iran despite an embargo and funneling the proceeds to Nicaraguan rebels. Khashoggi, he was the middleman again, financing and facilitating the deals. When the scandal broke, he denied wrongdoing. But the media spotlight was relentless. His name was suddenly linked not just with billionaires and monarchs, but spies, arms, and war. It marked the beginning of his public decline. By the late 1980s, Khashoggi's empire began to crumble. Legal troubles, unpaid debts, and frozen accounts followed. In 1989, he was arrested in Switzerland and extradited to the US on fraud charges related to the Imelda Marcos scandal, the former First Lady of the Philippines. Though he was eventually acquitted, his reputation never fully recovered. The jets became fewer. The estates sold. The headlines shifted from glamour to infamy. In his later years, Adnan Khashoggi moved quietly between London and Monaco. No longer the man who once ruled the world's elite social circles, he still carried the air of royalty. He gave interviews, always sharply dressed, always articulate, reflecting on a life few could imagine. In June 2017, he died in London at the age of 81. He left behind 6 children, including Dodi Fayed, famously linked with Princess Diana before their tragic deaths in 1997. Khashoggi's death was quiet, but his legacy remains in history books, in whispers, and in the opulence he once embodied. So who was Adnan Khashoggi? A ruthless arms dealer? A misunderstood genius of business? Or simply a man born at the right time, in the right palace, with the right ambition? His story is a reminder that wealth and power, no matter how grand, are fleeting. That behind every golden yacht and private jet, there's a man with dreams and demons. And that the line between fame and once the richest man in the world, now forgotten by the very world that once stood at his feet. Adnan Khashoggi, a man whose wealth once echoed across continents, who threw gold for smiles and turned cities into playgrounds for the elite. But when the wheel turned, he was left with no friends, no fortune, and not even a ticket back home. He who once sent a private 747 for ice cream now relied on a charity ticket to sit among ordinary passengers in economy class and return to his homeland. This is not just the fall of a billionaire. It's a reminder that power fades, wealth disappears, and pride shatters. Because no matter how high you rise, you are still just a man. And before God, every man is small. If this story opened your eyes, touched your heart, or made you reflect even for a moment, share it with someone who needs to be reminded of life's real value. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more true stories that move your soul and shift your perspective. Tell us in the comments, what did this story mean to you? Thank you for staying with us on this journey through reflection and humility. May this story inspire you to cherish what truly matters in life.